Hey, football fans, this is Gary Greene, longtime sports handicapper and professional sports bettor here in Las Vegas for the past 35 years, and you are watching Gary Wins Videos. And this is our video heading into week number 13 of the college football season, and this is the bubble burst report for the week. And all year long, we have undefeated, and we see them go down the following week at an alarming rate over the past 20 years. This has been easy money. This is a situation that falls in, it's not even my handicapping. It's in the KISS theory of handicapping, and I made this up, but the KISS theory is keep it simple, stupid. And the bottom line is when you're undefeated and you lose, you come out dead flat the next week, and they have won at an alarming rate if you went against these teams. And guess what, folks? We are lucky to add 3 more teams to that category for this weekend's games. Well, first, we'll look at the ones who fell in the past few weeks. We have Navy. As soon as they lost a game there, they come back with loss and loss. Iowa State, undefeated, lost. Pittsburgh, 7-0, undefeated, lost. It's unbelievable, especially if you're not a Georgia or an Alabama. Like teams of that caliber, they're not going to just toss it in for the rest of the season. But the letdown is unbelievable. These are just college kids. The bubble burst, the balloon burst, whatever you want to call it. And then last week we had Washington State, and they lost a game. And now, it's going to be hard for them to pick up the pieces. And they're going against an Oregon State team that's now struggling. But we'll add these 3 teams, or these 3 teams, Washington State that I just mentioned, and we're going to add BYU, which is off the gigantic high win against their rival Utah. And then they came back in that game at the last drive on the 1-yard line to beat their rivals, stay undefeated. Everything was looking good for an undefeated season, and they just simply came out flat last week. And now they got to go to at Arizona State and face a team that I did in the stock up segment for college football as one of the teams that their stock is up. Boy, they could not have caught a worse team to play this week after that first loss. And just not. I've been high on BYU. I like the coach. I like the team. I like everything. But this is a horrific situation for BYU on Saturday. Then you have Miami. They're coming off a bye, so they had a little extra time. So is the bye going to be good enough? Can't see that the head coach, that's one of the worst in the country, used that extra time to his benefit. Offense obviously has tons of talent. Quarterback had his first really bad game in the loss that they're coming off of now. But they're going to host Wake Forest, so they're at home. They're in the best situation of the 3 teams where the bubble burst on them. But still not a situation where I would want to be looking to bet on that team because, again, you just don't know. They're still at least in the situation. So is BYU. That's such a big game, BYU and Arizona State. Really, the winner is going to probably end up going into the Big 12 championship game. So there's still a lot on the line. But you just avoid these things. That's how you become a winning sports bettor on a long-term basis. You stay away from red flags, stop signs. These are red flags, stop signs that you just avoid. And if you go against them, you're probably, you're way ahead over the years. So you have to always take that into consideration. Now, one other team I want to add that's in really bad shape now, it's Utah. And I told you on last week's show that, after the loss, the way they lost to BYU, that was going to be a terrible spot going against a red-hot Colorado team, and they got beat up pretty good in that game. The score wasn't as close as what the final score indicated. And now, though, off the BYU loss, and now after that tough, hard loss, they lost some players in that game. They got beat down. And I would not want to be looking at betting them. And now, of course, they have a game against Iowa State, which is not going to be easy. And I just wonder how many more weeks this team could get up for any games the rest of the way. And they have Iowa State and then UCF, Central Florida. They're going to be very difficult games. I would not be looking to bet on Utah in either one of those games. So that's our bubble burst segment of the week for week 13. You've been listening to Gary Wins Videos. Gary Greene. If you have any questions anytime, you can always email me at garygreenewins@gmail.com. And as you see behind me, Greene is spelled Greene. Hope you enjoy the videos. Don't forget to check out our Stock Up, Stock Down college football and NFL videos. And I'm going to have a few previews up. The Thursday night NFL game preview will be up later Wednesday night. Have a great week ahead, and may all your wagers be winning ones.